Alright, and so we're back into it. I did some audio checks, and so we should be, like, good to go this time. And this one I noticed it looks scary. That's because it is. So the first thing we gotta do, we gotta find a way to... I guess these two nails are gonna be good, so we can just isolate the rest. Okay, oh, I missed one. Is that it? Alright, well, not a great start, but it should be pretty trivial to hook some of this up to the system at least. Like that, alright. And we could just, like, pick parts to pull. Like that. Why did I do that? Like, it's obviously, that's obviously what's gonna happen. I'm just not paying enough attention. These two should be good. Alright, well, the thing is, once you get past the first few, there's not actually that many dependencies in this one, so it makes it pretty straightforward to pull everything. Alright, so this one's a pretty explicit transceiver puzzle. Like, we've got the transmitters on one end with the clicker, and then we have another block with the receivers that's just completely detached. Alright, so it's interesting to note we have to get one of these two transmitting by default. This way it forces a nail with a dependency, and so we clearly have to... That way it does too, so we can't do anything with this part. Gotta start with the bottom part, we gotta do this one, so that's trivial. So now, I guess we just have to send it to one of these, make sure it's blocked off, and hook it up to that one. So it has to go to that one, gotta make sure that all stuff is blocked off. And there we go. Alright. So the other one at the bottom has dependencies, so we gotta go with one of the two we can access right away at the top. And it's the one we're hooked up for. We gotta isolate it on this part of the grid, and then we can just hit that button directly, like that. Alright, next one with no dependencies is at the bottom here. So we can isolate it like that. We may as well cut this off, and we get that. And we got this nail on the side. If we go like that, we can... Okay, yeah, that was a dumb mistake. Now we go like that. And now we have this one to pull. And now we can pull this one, and we just have this one left. A lot of wiggling going on, but we don't actually have much dependencies. Like, the only dependencies we have are the big wiggly nails and the ones at the end. So as long as, like, something like that, I guess this is the only way this one will work, this switch will work, is if, because it's got that hook on the left, that if it gets hit will pull something. So either we go like this with no transmitters, or we go like this. As a matter of fact, we can just isolate this part and go like that. And that's not how that works, so whole crossroad thing is kind of confusing to me. So pulling this we need like that. Alright. There we go. Switch it to the other one. Get that pulled. Now we need to figure out how to get the nails from the top. I didn't even look at them before, so looks like we're gonna have to go like that to get the... Oh, but that needs the round transmitter. Going like that, at the very least we can hit that one with just like that. And there should be a similar setup over here like that. And the other four are clearly going to involve... Oh, you hook it up to one transmitter like that, and then... Looks like we have to route it through... We have to hit that one, the other round type somehow, but you hook one transmitter up to the other like that. Now we get like that, and we'll switch it back over, and now like that. Now we need to get the wiggly nail. Get the other wiggly nail like that. And I guess we could have done the hook at the same time, but we didn't. That's alright. Alright, this one looks scary, but once again we just scanned for dependencies, and looks like we have to do the one on the leftmost, the one that's pointing up. So that's going to run through here, which either has to point left or right, or both, like that. So, let's trace it from the start. We can hook that one up to... Okay, like that. Now it should... Okay. Now both paths lead to this bar, which we can... It's kind of tricky to have to isolate it, but... Like, I was thinking about whether or not isolating ones is a valid strategy, but in puzzles like this where there's only one nail without a dependency, you clearly have to, right? So now we got the second from the bottom, like on the horizontal nail. And we can go like this, so now it gets transmitted to this bottom line. So everything's going to be going up here. That's going in the wrong place. Everything's going sideways here. And we like kill that that path, and now we got that. Alright, our next new nail without a dependency is one going up. So we can switch this over. So now that switch we just pulled is going to have electricity coming out of both ways. The top route is going to fork like that, we can shut it off, and the bottom route we can shut off like that. There we go. Next nail with a dependency is the middle one, horizontal. Pull it like that, isolate it. Drop it down, I think. Nope, I messed up. I noticed that each nail has its, like, one switch connecting to it. So I think by controlling that, that's probably the easiest way to do this, yeah. Go like that. Okay, how did this nail get pulled? Alright, that one you have to be more careful about. I might die just because I wasn't thinking enough, but this one doesn't have dependency, this one doesn't have dependency, so all these horizontal ones we can... Alright, well, I had enough saving grace I could just... I was done. Alright, well, it wasn't as clean as an exit as I wanted, but got the job done. Alright, so we only have one nail, it looks like without a dependency, it's the one in the middle. So we're going to have to route it down somehow. Looks like everything's symmetrical, so the first switch in its path doesn't matter, the second one's clearly fixed. This one, it can't go that way, so it has to go that way. This one leaves us with two options for this one. We could go like that. That should lead us to this. Alright. This next one is the nail to the right of that. Once again, we have to start its path like that. We can hook it up like that, so it will follow this whole path all the way down like that, and we can pull this. Now we've got, no, that's not the right nail to pull. We've got this hook on the middle on the left. It has to connect in like that. And that's enough. Alright, we've got this nail up top here. That comes down and we can pull it like that. We've got the only other one that we can clearly pull from the left. And there's an option for how to connect it in. I'm going to try like this first. There we go. It's probably an inefficient way of doing it, but it works. That gives us that nail. We need to get the one at the top first. And that connects. I think that should pull it, yep. Now we can get this one hooked up in. And we get just this one left. That switch has to go like that. And I believe that is, yep. Alright. 57. We've got a few transmitters here. First one without a dependency. We've got the one at the top and the bottom. Let's go for the top first, because I think everything's symmetric. That's the only way to connect it in. So we're just going to make sure the bottom path is not connected to anything. That should be good. And we should pull it like that. And we should be able to do the same thing over here. There we go. Now we have to pull the two diagonal nails, which are the two transmitters. Those seem hard to get though without untangling the middle nails first, so the thing is we have these switches to make sure we don't hit the long nails, so we can't hit any bad dependencies on the outside, so we can just ignore them if we hit the transmitter good, and we can just work on untangling the inside. We'll start from the nails without a dependency on the left. That should get it. Then the next one should be hit like that, or maybe not. There we go. And now the next one. Okay. We can hook it up like that. And the last one we can hook up like that. And now we have no more dependencies, so we can really just do whatever. And we can't get punished, we can only get slowed down. Let's make it around 60. Alrighty. I'm guessing like these hooks are separating 2 nails and not like one with dependency in a weird situation, so that means we should start focusing on the nails we can pull. I noticed with like, we only have one switch. It has to go to the hook there or to the flat transmitter. The flat transmitter will broadcast out in a few places. We can basically, that should isolate that path, and then we can hook it up to that nail. It is how I thought it was. So we can hook up this flat one only to the one that curves outwards, and it looks like we have to. There's 2 different ways of doing it. Let's hook up both just to, let's not hook up both, let's keep things simple. That gives us this top path where we can either do that and pull that immediately, and like that will also be gotten, so we can now, alright, what do we want to get next? Since we're going to be getting the flat one, we can pull that nail like that. Alright, we gotta get this nail next. Or the hook at the top, I guess. But this is going to be, yeah, like that. Which means we can just pull that one directly. Alright. That should, I think. Oh, I forgot to hook it up somewhere. So like that. Alright, and since we're going to be hitting the flat part. Alright. That should hit the... Okay, that was bad. So we gotta hit, let's go like this, I guess. Yeah, I'll hit that one. Now round has no transmitters. Yeah, we only have one more dependency, and the hook with the dependency clearly wasn't being selected. We'll do this one, and we'll just like have the image of 60 as our closer. Start off looks scary, but it's easy to isolate the bottom switch. So now we just gotta hook it up in a way. Alright, we might as well look for other ways we can hook it up. I think those 2 nails will be good. And we're gonna have to, oh, we could go like this. I guess I'm getting kind of cocky here, but every nail we have hooked up should be safe. Alright. We can now hook up this one. None up top here. This one, I guess we're gonna have to branch off here somehow anyways. Or not. No, I guess we're gonna have to do some unraveling up top here pretty soon. Yeah. There's nothing more we can access at the bottom aside from like those 2. And then that unlocks this one, which unlocks this one. Now we can just isolate this one to be safe, and then now we can focus up at the top. Alright, so we can get these 2 nails. We just gotta hook it back up to the switch like that. Those, I should guess, yeah, those two, which will be safe. And that one. Alright, I think working on the left side now will be our best bet. I think everything, yeah. That'll unlock that, and I guess we could have potentially had that before. I don't know why I thought the hook there on the left was safe. We gotta get, what do we have left to get? There's these two from the bottom path we can now get. Just like that. Get this one. And we actually only have 2 nails left, now just one at the bottom path. So whenever we have that one dependency sorted out, we can hit the bottom up. Now it's just a matter of getting to these nails. And like that, and as promised, here is the Puzzle 60 as our outro screen. Still working on editing. Thanks for watching, all that jazz.